Hi, everyone. This is the Thanksgiving edition of MommaKongSays. I'm converting everything to WordPress, to a blog. So it's going to take a little time to migrate everything. But I still wanted to get this video out of Mama Kong, especially this kind of moment of thanking and reminder of kindness. So I want to thank you all again. Please, if you like, click subscribe and like. Here we go. I have often said that K-drama, My Mister, is one of the best TV shows about kindness I have seen in a long time. Each episode breaks down the different strengths and weaknesses of kindness, including a type of kindness that eventually shows you that even the weaknesses of kindness can lead to an unexpected strength. The final episode is a particularly poignant one as it becomes an inflection point. Spoiler alert, after IU's grandmother passes away. In that episode, after the funeral, IU's character has what would be a goodbye meeting with Lee Sung-kyung's character, and they thank each other. In thanking Lee, IU wonders why he was always kind to her, or rather in a very Korean way. IU wondered when the kindness would end. She spent so much of her life with people taking from her that any form of kindness she received came with an assumption of wanting something in return, or it was a singularity. In her character's life, kindness was always temporary. The last toast recognized the final point of kindness. That kindness needs to be a habitual motion that becomes a part of you, as it was a natural part of Lee's character. It was a reminder to IU's character that she was always capable of being kind. She only needed the daily reminders that Lee's character flexed each day. Kindness became more than a thank you or a hug or an offering to a strange kid, sad temporary worker that everyone was afraid of, IU's character. When the acts of kindness seeks nothing in return. And that's the final rub. When Lee is eventually alone in his condo, his wife, who cheated on him, left him to be with their son in the US, and his young friend, IU, whom he'd helped through the 16 episodes, had gone to Busan to find a new life. In that moment of solitude, he wept in his loneliness. Okay. More like sobbed. He sobbed for the price of kindness demanded of him, because kindness takes effort. To be constantly thinking of other people, to be constantly available for other people, to be constantly selfless, to be all of these things, there is a price to pay. We often forget that. The expectation of kindness is that it is free. We are told as children to be nice. But as a kid, we just want to be spoiled and do what we want. We forget that it is so much easier to be an asshole. We only need to look at any social media post to see that. Often we reward crappy behavior with clicks and reactions, even using it to show how not like them. You still point to the behavior and give it the attention it so needs and desperately wants. Mama Kong made a new friend the other day. A nice old Russian lady she met while on her walk around our high-rise near the Dunlorry metro station. The first thing she said to her was, "You Russian? Why you have war with the Ukraine people?" Apparently her new Russian friend didn't know either. Her question was met with a shrug and a, "I don't know," which ushered in a joyous laugh from Mama Kong. I did not see this interaction, but I can imagine it. I mean, Mama Kong and her new silver-haired Russian partner laughed together as they walked about and talked about war and comparing each other's children. The entire interaction probably took only a couple of hours. I have many memories of Mama Kong talking to strangers. Even though she tended to carry the conversation, she still managed to actively listen to whomever she was with. I could tell by the way she was describing her new Russian friend that she recognized something, a unified sense of loneliness. She didn't say it, but both of them were widowed. I could tell mostly by the way they only talked to each other about their children. Mama Kong showed me she could see the envy in her friend's eyes as she described how her son, me, took care of her. So she shifted her focus to her new friend rather than continue boasting about me. It became friendly enough for Mama Kong to get a tour of her friend's apartment. It was a small one-bedroom. The way Mama Kong described it, her apartment could fit inside our living room. It wasn't the size, but rather the way she described how she could feel about the way her new Russian friend lived. She was lonely, like Mama Kong was on her walk by herself. But instead of sitting in her loneliness, she took her new friend's empty space and filled it with laughter. She had a lovely time. Mama Kong would tell you she is not kind. She has often said that I was 착하다 or simply 착해, nice, when I was young. I never thought of being thoughtful or kind as a superpower. Watching Mama Kong as she smiled through her day, talking to me, talking to her, the nice old Russian lady whom she just met and spent the afternoon. She approaches each interaction with the simple notion of listening with care. She said I was sweet and 착해, nice, when I was a little kid. I think I must have inherently known the difficult life, how difficult life was for my mother back in Korea. At least that's how I reason out why I tried so hard to be there for her. I'm not sure. I do not have any memories or examples of my kindness from those difficult days in Korea. At least I don't remember them. But Mama Kong had them. Even in the midst of these times of struggle, she held onto memories of a younger me doing little things to take care of her. So when I abandoned her after college, it was a shock to her. I know Mama Kong is kind. She jokes about it, but I also know that she is instinctively kind. I am not. I don't know what changed in me from my mother's image of youthful kindness to now. Maybe it was the hunger of fitting in as a lost kid in the backwoods of Virginia. Maybe I needed to be selfish. No. I believed back then that I needed to be selfish to have the life I wanted, thought I wanted. For the longest time, I lived with the false notion that selfishness was how I was able to become a director, artistic director, and producer. At least, that is how I thought I needed to be to become those things. The act of kindness is not easy for me. There is always the easy path. The dark side of the force is tempting because not acting on or simply passing on doing anything, let alone doing a good deed, takes fewer steps. Selfishness is easier. And so I spend my days with Mama Kong trying to remember her natural kindness into my thoughtlessness. I often fight against showing my inner mean girl. I do so in my own weakness, out of fatigue, out of lazy habit of taking the easier path. My dark side of the force is powerful, but so is Mama Kong. Darth Vader has nothing on her. Her kindness is a superpower. I am not entirely sure what I wanted to say in this Mama Kong, except choose kindness. I don't know. I do know how difficult it is to try to be the better person. The practice of kindness will often feel like a lonely endeavor, but still, choose kindness. Choose kindness. And Mama Kong will thank you for it.